We all know about the American streaming giants, but do we have a European streaming service that is able to compete with the giants? The answer is simple: we might. With a push from the global pandemic, paid subscribers for streaming services have risen sharply, surpassing the number of paid TV customers for the first time ever. However, there are only a few European companies which have been able to capitalize on this, as most streaming providers are American. The overall number of subscriptions in Europe is around 141 million, with 86% of them coming from the American giants. There are almost no companies capable of dealing with the American streaming giants. Neither Vivendi's Canal Plus nor TF1 in France. Nobody seems to be able to compete, except maybe one. The company called Nordic Entertainment Group, for short NENT, owns the streaming service Viaplay, with their headquarters in Stockholm. NENT is a relatively small player with $1.25 billion in revenue in 2021, compared with Netflix, $30 billion in revenue. NENT is still the only real European challenger in the industry. The company has around 3 million subscribers and are only second to Netflix in Sweden, Denmark, Finland, and Norway, where there are around 4.2 million Netflix subscribers. Moreover, NENT's or Viaplay's packages include both original content but also sports coverage. They also claim to derive more revenue from these subscriptions than Netflix does from theirs. The chief executive of NENT, Anders Jensen, does not seem to have a high opinion of other European streaming services. On a scale of 1 to 10, where 10 is readiness to compete with Netflix, he rates them all a strong 2. NENT was lucky they could make the switch fast. They did not have much to lose being some second-class TV provider. Going from advertising to low-cost subscriptions is not an easy transition for every company. The company started heavily cutting costs in their legacy division to invest in streaming technology and original productions. NENT is basically practicing the art of copying, as their service is extremely similar to Netflix. If you do not copy some of Netflix with pride, then you're making a mistake, said CEO Jensen. They are now planning further expansions. With recent expansions into the US market, NENT is looking to further compete with the American giants at home. They are confident that a growing subscriber base will make their investments worthwhile. They're currently aiming for 10.5 million subscribers by 2025, 4.5 million of which shall be outside of the Nordic region. Viaplay, also, unlike most other streaming giants, have a large focus on the sports side of streaming, and is continuously focused on this segment as they see huge potential in this area. NENT Group, or Viaplay, owns the exclusive rights to stream F1 in the Nordic countries, as well as the Baltic countries. This is all part of a plan to lure in customers with their sport interest and hook them in with original and high-quality content. NENT Group has recently acquired the exclusive rights to broadcast F1 in the Netherlands and is expected to start F1 broadcasting in Poland in 2023. They have also secured a deal with Max Verstappen for a multi-year partnership that Viaplay says will see the reigning world champion feature in exclusive content. Speaking about the association, Max Verstappen said, "I am really looking forward to this exciting partnership with Viaplay, as our ambitions to be the best in our fields match each other. It will be great to work with Viaplay's professional on-site reporters like David Coulthard, Mika Hakkinen, and Tom Christensen. I'm sure their experience as former top drivers will be a great asset." The Dutchman has also been touted as Viaplay's brand ambassador in all markets where they hold F1 broadcasting rights. Overall, the company is rather robust, but its debt level has to be kept in mind as a risky factor. The success will mostly be determined by future cash flow, the success of its European and international expansions, and its potential US listing. It's not easy to abandon your main revenue source, even when its profit is diminishing. Most companies choose to launch an extra subscription service, making old and new hang in harmony. The biggest fear of these companies is to not be able to scale fast enough because, after all, the streaming business is a scaling business. Even Disney Plus, which was generally welcomed by the public, does not expect to be profitable before next year. Many companies also choose to form joint ventures to reduce costs and dilute risk. Nent is also considering partnerships, being aware that they have a working platform, but that there is also plenty of great locally produced content out there. In the end, Nent is the living proof that to launch a streaming service, you do not need to be US owned, nor have an outstanding budget. Smart alliances and agility seem to be the golden rule to follow the movement. Nent moved. Will the others follow the lead? I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, make sure to like and subscribe for more future videos.